Welcome to episode number 24 of Let's Play Mass Effect 2. I have decided that by far the most interesting quest, to me at least, is to visit the flotilla. So for a change, I'm not going to save that one. We're going to actually do it first. And as soon as we get upstairs to our star map, I will plot a course for the flotilla. Besides, I know Tali. I've known her a long time and I want to help her. Garrus too, but his mission is on the Citadel, so he can wait. Alright. I think we've explored the system pretty well by now. Let me go to the fuel depot on the way out. Buy some more probes. And the mass relay. I do kind of like that they, here we go. The Valhallan threshold. I do like that there is actually expensive things to buy with your credits in this game. Oh wow, it's like a dual star system. Fuel depot. That's cool. I'm flying through some stars. Must be a cool site. Alright, not much here though, except the mass relay. There are some other systems in the cluster, but maybe we'll head there later. There she is. It's a cool ship design. I imagine there are more ships than that. Looks like there's two types of ships. Yeah, a fleet of 50,000 craft holding over 17 million Quarians. The Migrant fleet is the largest array of spacefaring vessels in the known galaxy. I guess so, their entire species poured all their resources into making it. The Quarians on pilgrimage have visited most of the worlds in the galaxy. Few outsiders have ever stepped foot inside the Quarian ships. Well, it will be a great honor then. I wonder if it's like, if those like spin to mimic gravity, maybe they don't use artificial gravity. We'll see. The decisions you make in Mass Effect 2 could have dire ramifications in Mass Effect 3. I hope so. It's one of the things I really like about this series is the way the games work together and build off of each other. BioWare definitely pulled a lot of time and resources into this thing, so alright, definitely Tali. How about Miranda? What's her other appearance? Oh nice, let's go with that one. Still saving my points. Same with Tali. Miranda, we can give her... let's give her some points here. Yeah, so it seems there are smaller vessels and then the giant, like, world ships.
This is Talizora Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Talizora.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
It's a big ship. It does spin, so there's a good chance that maybe it's not using artificial gravity. Quarian security team, I guess. It's cool to see so many Quarians.
Captain Shepard, Talizora told me a lot about you.
Different colorings
Wish
and
we
all.
could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
I never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives aborted. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and
Makes
Hav
sense.
as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Kila Salai. It's an old ship captain's blessing, Shepard.
Yeah, I'm not liking the helmet that much, I don't think. I'll wear it for now, but I'd rather just get rid of it and accept the slight loss in health.
Telly helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor.
I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on, your voice carries weight. I wish I could do more to help Tali. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
Who's the guy we're talking to, though? Is that her father, or just a friend, or one of the other judges? I'm not really sure. Maybe it's the captain?
You sent Geth materials back to the Migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Tali Zora under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations
it's
got
okay.
underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
I remember she mentioned a lot about the structure of their society back in the first game. I guess I can look it up in the Codex. I think the Admiralty Board is only the most powerful captains. Something like that. Oh jeez, this is horribly organized. Aliens. It'd be a council race, it would be a non-council race. Q for Quarians. Government. Where is it? A board of 5 military officers who were advised by a legislative body called the Conclave. Each vessel has the right to send representatives to the Conclave aboard the flagship. The number of representatives is based on the crew size. Larger clans with bigger ships and more votes form the cores of political blocs. Opposition comes from the Outriders Coalition, with delegates from thousands of smaller ships. The Admiralty defers to the Conclave's decisions in most circumstances. However, if all 5 members agree that a Conclave decision jeopardizes the survival of the fleet and cannot get the Conclave to address their concerns, they have the right to summarily overturn the legislative decision. That's right, after that, they have to resign. Each ship captain has authority over his vessel, but is advised by an elective civilian council with different, This relationship may range from cooperation to polite tolerance to outright hostility, but any captain who overrules his council without good reason is relieved to command by the Admiralty. It's an interesting system of checks and balances. Alright. Large ships are prestigious for big, rich clans, but a small ship means status for a small clan with enough personal wealth to afford a private vessel. Clan vessel captains are not subject to dismissal by the Admiralty. Abusive captains are a family problem if they do not disrupt the operations of the fleet. Alright, interesting. A lot to read about here. As I said with the first game, maybe I'll do a special episode just reading through all the Codex entries, but that actually sounds kind of tedious, so we'll see. But yeah, that's the captain there. Can I talk to him anymore?
You should speak with Admiral Ra. She's waiting for you up there.
I can't believe they're charging Tali Zora with such a thing.
If Tali Zora can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her, she's as good as convicted.
So you can't see a map of the ship. Who's this?
Tali Zora vas Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie
I
Ron,
recognize her voice.
Shepherd vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaran vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
So I guess their names reflect the ships they're on. It's an actress. I don't think of her. I can't remember her name. She's been in a couple different things. She was in Flash Forward. If any of you guys saw that. I can't remember even her name of the character on that show, but anyway, I'm sure you recognize her voice. Okay, so
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my
what does
part,
that mean?
I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I take it being associated with the human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali Zora vas Nima. Whatever we must call you legally.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side?
Indeed, she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, An accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
Guess that's me.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
I like how she
Our
says
legal
Shepard.
rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you.
Wish I could gather more data first. It's a nice little room. Lots of Quarians present. You know what is weird is that they're wearing these suits on board their own ship. You would think they would have the right kind of atmosphere here, they wouldn't have to, but I guess that might have been too hard for the programmers to design. Maybe they just didn't want you to see one in their natural form yet. That'd be really cool though if you had to wear a helmet and they did not here. It's too bad they didn't have the time or resources to develop that.
This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Keep us alive. The accused Talia Zora Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Talia crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Talia's captain, Shepard must stay.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Talia Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
Should I say hopefully I have enough Paragon points to talk my way out of this?
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains Tali Zora Vas Nima, a proud member of the Migrant fleet. I regret that our captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Zalcoris, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent.
It's another voice I
Human is
recognize.
right.
Admirals, please. Shepard's willingness to represent Talia Zora in this hearing is appreciated. Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the Migrant fleet. What say you?
Now it's going to be trying to think of who that guy's voice is. I do like that I have my helmet on though, because it kind of makes me fit in a little better with the Quarians. I'm just going to say she's innocent, because I mean she could have, but she didn't.
Tali would never endanger the Migrant fleet. She pleads not guilty.
I left parts and technology for teams to pick up. My father ordered me to do so, but I would never send active guests to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
What are you talking about?
I think your father might be
What
guilty of
happened?
something. Putting them back together,
As far
maybe.
as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
See, why did they tell her that ahead of time? That's just mean. Alright.
I appreciate the need for this trial, Admirals. But right now, our first concern must be the safety of the Migrant fleet. The Normandy stands ready to assist in whatever capacity necessary.
Thank you. Quarian strike teams have attempted to retake the ship, so far without success.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you Boshtet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return. or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
Yeah, I feel like there's more to this than meets the eye. He probably put them back together, and that's what happened.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead.
Certainly hope so.
I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Sounds good. I wonder if it's possible to actually fail this mission if you choose the right things and get her just exiled. Because, I mean, that still wouldn't change the game that much. She would just be with you. But it would probably make her kind of sullen to know that she was no longer welcome among her people. It's also going to annoy me not knowing who that guy's voice actor is. I'll have to look it up after this. But they've spent a lot of money on the voice actors for this game.
More than just killing Geth. Talizor is guilty.
Who's this guy? Is that the captain?
Rieger.
Shepard, Talizora, good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the son on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark
it's
energy
that guy.
theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
I remember him.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, I stayed to argue the charges against Talizora. I've served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Garrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy.
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haystrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haystrom's sun?
Keela, I hope not. They can screw up a star, our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
I hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now. But resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
How have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay safe.
So I
out
guess if
there.
you don't save him, he's not actually here. I wonder if you can talk to anybody else about the data in his place.
Tali Zora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary. If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Unless they built more once one or two of them became active.
It sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rail to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
You support experiments on living creatures?
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Interesting character. It's nice to meet some of their leaders, though. Even though they're all pretty distinct, I'm having trouble telling them apart, not even gonna lie. Who are you?
Shepard? How did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never...
Oh, okay, Vitor. I met him on...
Oh, well, good. So,
that
can I
planet
help
at
you
the
with
beginning of the
anything?
game.
I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Seems like the males often have the wiring of their suits exposed, and the females do not.
Take care of yourself,
They
Vitor.
have like those hoods.
Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
Alright, cool. Yeah. The male hoods are like cut out in the back, and the females are not. Just an observation. Okay. What other admirals are around?
Well to the admirals.
Who are you? All these people to talk to.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The Admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarai. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
I know you're trying to help her, Admiral, but that was over the line.
She has nobody else to speak for her, Shepard. I am doing everything in my power. That's what her father would have wanted.
Don't say it like that. He could still be alive on that ship.
You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
What can you tell us about the Alarai?
Not much, I'm afraid. Real Zora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
How long have you known Tally's family?
Since before Real was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tally was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tally from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
I see. So I guess whatever environments they require inside their suits are hard to maintain. They couldn't pump an entire ship full of whatever they are. Just a suit or a bubble or a safe room.
I'm not hearing much about Rail's involvement in Tally's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Hanshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Real was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tally and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tally, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tally, but others are.
I know the Migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
She doesn't have Admiral in her name. That's kind of confusing. I guess only the three. Okay, so I guess.
In the hearing, Tali'Zorah's first thought is to protect the fleet.
So I guess there are the 5 admirals. One's her father. One's Shalaran, who accused herself, and then the other 3. We talked to one already.
Tally.
This is the second.
I'm glad Admiral Ran got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard, Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. You got Admiral Corris backing up worse than a Krogan toilet. I'm glad to see Tally's captain knows how to handle a courtroom.
It is driving me crazy that I cannot think of who his voice actor is. Like, that voice sounds so familiar. It's not coming to me. Okay.
I get the sense you're inclined to believe the defense. I'm glad one of the judges is.
If you were only giving Rail inactive equipment for weapons tests, I've got no problem. We need to test weapons against Geth material. I know you and your father. You're put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Is it? I could be totally wrong about this. Maybe it's Logain from Dragon Age? I haven't played that game soon enough, or recently enough to actually remember his voice, but I think that might actually be it. I'll have to look it up afterwards, but it would make sense too, being another Bioware video game. Anyway.
Thanks for the information.
Actually,
Thank you, Admiral.
there's probably more I can talk to him about. So let's see. I feel like I'll probably...
Tali, Shepard, you should get to the Alarai.
I'll spend the rest of this episode talking to these admirals and all, and then before we go to the Alarai, I'll start a new episode.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rail was doing, it blew up in his face. The ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali. But if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
The one you didn't recognize, Tali, is Admiral Zen. She's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rail's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining soup-wetter he always was.
You disagree with Admiral Corus's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
The man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago. He wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
Well, as much as I might disagree with him on some points, he's probably right about the colony thing. Simply from a practicality standpoint, because taking back the Geth homeworld would require a lot of sacrifices, if it's even possible.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. A crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rail and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rail looked at me and said, "We're underage. They can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. The brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rail for you.
It sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
I hope the Quarian people find some place to live, Admiral, but it sounds like you're playing with fire.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
Then we need a world to shelter our non-combatants while we do it.
Fair point. Stopping colonies would be the best idea, or, I don't know, put them on the Citadel. We can find room somewhere. There's plenty of space in the galaxy.
Thanks for the information.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards that being Logain, but it's still going to bother me until I look it up. And here's Admiral, of
Judging
course.
by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vas Nima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkoris Vas Quibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. But you have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
I may have mentioned this already, but I kind of wish I had made my suit purple now in a show of solidarity with Tally, or like purple and gray like she has.
You have a ship named Quib Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures, and have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Deferens or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib Quib, and I will not flee because of petty insults.
Yeah, I guess I admire him for that. Alright.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Saren are to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Rael'Zora was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting perspective that I can't outright disagree with. They did create the Geth and start the war against them, but it kind of depends on whether you classify Geth as just evil robots serving the Reapers, which they are, or whether you consider them a people of their own with some level of autonomy and intelligence.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Talizora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Talizora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Reminds me of like the Israeli-Palestinian conflict a little bit. Sort of an allegory in a loose way. Alright, is that everybody? I think that's everybody.
If anyone can retake the Alarai, Talizora can.
That's right. Me and Miranda have new suits, so that can't hurt either. Is this the... probably. The auxiliary shuttle bay.
Shepard spoke well to the admirals.
Thank you.
Even during the hearing, Talizora's first thought is to protect the fleet.
Sounds like the people are on our side at least.
Talizora Vas Nima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarai?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
I need to do a few things before we leave.
Understood. The shuttle is here whenever you're ready to leave.
Alright, so I'm going to end the episode. Then I have some stuff to do, but when I do come back again, we will head over to the Alarai and see what exactly happened over there, and hopefully Tally's father's still alive. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too, and I'll see you next episode.